This breakout session is about data collection challenges, and I think we can start. I think that everybody's there now.
Okay.
First of all, we wanted to let us know a little bit more who you are and what is your role with developing calculator models. So in the chat, you will find a short formula, a link for a short formula that I invite you to fill, just to have a little bit more information about who is there in this room.
Yeah, so we've got 3 responses so far. So far we have, 4 responses. Oh no, somebody's picked 2 different options. So 3 modelers and 1 sectoral expert. 2 people that have been working on the calculator for quite a while, 1 that's only just started. And people think that historical and future, the split is quite even in which is most difficult. So maybe they're both very difficult. You want me to share the results, Marion, on my screen?
Perfect. Let's go to do that.
Okay, I think you can see them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so a nice mix of different types of people. And a mix, so everyone here is working on a calculator, but some people just started, some people have a bit more expertise. So we're just the last people can just we should have how many? 11 in the chat.
So that's good. We have different kind of profiles, and we have people already involved in calculator project, but other people that are not yet involved or just starting. So that's good for sharing experiences.
Okay, I think we have most people now. So so yeah, most people are saying that one person not yet working on a calculator project. Most people are saying that the historical data is the most challenging to collect, which is an interesting observation. I think I can guess some of the people that have in this group that I've been working with, they're having this challenge. Okay, so you want to share your screen again, Marion?
Yes. Okay, everybody can see my screen in big. So we wanted to ask you 2 different questions. The first one are, what are the challenges and fears that you are facing regarding data collection when you were developing your calculator? And so, as already identified in the little formula, there are different data to collect. First of all, is the historical data. And there is also the future prediction that you have to define. And last is the ambition level of the different action levers that you will implement in your model. So maybe we can treat this first question to start, and so don't hesitate to raise your hand if you want to talk. And Sam, let me know if some people want to talk. So I guess that to collect this data, you have different sources that you can identify with sources that are owned by authorities. They can be national sources or international sources, or more local sources that you will aggregate then in your model. Maybe you will have existing sources published every year, and so they are recurrent, so it's kind of easy to collect them, but some other will not be so easy to collect. They can be public or not. That's for historical data that you have to collect. For a future projection, maybe you will need to have a new energy vector in your model that are not existing in the energy mix currently, or new technologies that you want to add in your model to modelize. The ambition level needs to be defined maybe with the end user of your model, with the different stakeholder. It depends what scenario do you want to implement. And when it's not possible to have data sources, maybe you have to do some hypothesis. So I don't know if someone want to share experience about that.
So either put your hands up or feel free to just talk.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, please go on, Segun.
Good morning. Yeah, my name is Shegun Ogunfowora. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, Energy Commission of Nigeria. That's the name of my agency representing the country. So I've been involved in this calculator, the whole calculator 2014-2015, and this current one. So I've been a modeler. I've been modeling the Excel relationship to the data required. And it has been pretty well with us. Then when you talk of these challenges faced in the calculator regarding data collection, we discovered that most of the stakeholders that were part of this calculator team, who are supposed to provide us with the necessary data for the different levers in the calculators. Some were able to respond in time, some were not able to get us what we needed. For the historical trends, we were able to retract information from the old calculator to fit into the new ones. And then for future projections, which includes new levers that have not been existing in the country, but we hopefully that in the near future may be incorporated into the energy mix of the country. So we don't have data on those, but we assume and believe that as time goes on, we begin to project for those. For instance, nuclear energy and other technologies that are yet to be installed in the country. Then our experience on difficulty to adapt the available data to the calculator was pretty okay. It was easy to adapt. Only the challenges we are having is when we convert the Excel, the trial conversion of the Excel to Web 2, we discovered that the charts that were generated from the Web 2 were too bogus. And we assume this could be as a result of conversion problems, which includes measurements. When some informations are measured in billion miles or in 1,000 kilometers. So those are the issues that needs to be reappropriated, and that's what we are looking into now to correct the bogus charts we found. Was to compare the UK market Web 2 with the one we built locally. It wasn't okay, so we are working on that, looking at the data and their units of measure, trying to make sure that the units of measure of data we have corresponds to the unit of measure that was stated in the Excel model. Thank you very much. That's all.
Thank you for sharing. Interesting. I don't know if somebody else is facing the same challenge, or if somebody want to share feedback about that and lessons learned.
And so Nathan, yeah, please go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, yeah, we can hear you.
Good afternoon and good morning for everyone. My name is Nathan Chernet. I am from Ethiopia, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Commission. I am a senior GHG inventory expert. When you come to the challenges, by the way, I am new to here for 2050 GHG calculator. I am happy to join with you. I get excited experience from different countries. Thank you for your invitation to participate in this session. When I come to the challenges related to GHG inventory and also the emission reduction calculation, we use a piece of software to calculate the GHG emission for all sectors, but the major challenges are lack of activity data, especially for energy sector. Always we use a reference approach. We can't access activity data from bottom-up approach. This is a major challenge for us. The second one is institutional instability. Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. Second one is institutional instability across the line ministries. This is a major challenge to stabilize uniform institutional structure in all line ministry sectors and to exchange activity data to calculate national GHG inventory reports for all sectors. Second one is lack of capacity building, especially for all sectors, including energy. This is why happen. I am responsible to calculate all the GHG inventory reports, including all sectors, for follow energy, IPP, and also for wastes. I am responsible to calculate GHG inventory emissions as well as the emission reductions. This is difficult to understand by reading the IPC guideline or the page by page and to implement it perfectly. And also related to line ministry experts, the high turnover of experts. Mostly, I try to train line ministry experts, but there is high turnover of experts, and always I started from zero to train experts every time. Okay, this is thank you.
Thank you, Nathan, for sharing that. So I see that it's also difficult once you have identified data sources to make them fit with the design of your model. So it's the second questions that we wanted to ask you is that if you have experienced difficulties to adapt the available data to your calculator, and I guess it's a continued process when you are developing your model to continue to collect data in parallel and to make them fit with the structure of your model and the granularity that you need in your parameters and so on. So I don't know if someone else wants to share other experience about that.
I see Duncan has his hand up. Duncan, would you like to? Yeah, Duncan, if you want to unmute yourself.
I'm trying.
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, great. It still says mute on my on my screen, but there we go. Good morning, everybody.
I'm Duncan Miller. I'm a independent energy and statistics advisor. But a long time ago, I was in good old DEC when the original calculator was developed. I was head of statistics there. So just some reflections on data. I worked with about 13 countries across Eastern Europe and into Asia, and doing some assessments of the data that they had to build models. And the key element I discovered was what you really need was the demand side data. Often from an energy balancing, as countries are emerging, there's some supply data, but it's often very hard to get the demand data. What I would also reflect in bringing this into the second point is the flexibility of the model of the 2050 calculator approach means you can develop quite a simple one to start with. And I think it's important to fit the model to the data that's available for phase one and then expand on it for phase two. If there's too much estimation required for the historic data, then the forecast data, which will be based on the historic data, will be less and less certain. So from a data angle, if you're developing models, as many of you in the chat might be, to work on maybe a simpler model with fewer levers, maybe fewer sectors to start and have greater confidence in the data, but to work with colleagues in the Energy Ministry, the Statistics Office, other ministries to pull together data that's available. There will be more data available than you might first imagine, and I experienced that in the whole range of countries I'm supporting on energy data issues at the moment. So try to build something that's consistent with the data that you have, rather than rely on a great deal of estimation. Would be some advice from my experience of the data and the modelling. I hope that's helpful for everyone.
Thank you. Very interesting.
So we've got 3 minutes left, I think, but should we hear from Savesh?
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so hello everyone, this is Sarvesh from IIT Bombay. I'm a part of the India Energy Calculator team. I agree with whatever points Duncan has put forward. I mean, in a developing country and a country as big as ours, we definitely face the challenges of data, mostly on the demand side, especially on two